Hello, good afternoon everyone and welcome to sunny Fécamp. It is very warm. As you can see, the whole fleet has made it in overnight. I'm trying to remember where we were when I last spoke to you. We had boats finishing and coming in IRC2. I've spoken to the race office. All of the boats have either retired or made it in. Our lovely little Guillemot, who's just down the pontoon, did finish under sail and has a time. They finished at 4 in the morning. We had a team up at the bar who worked really hard all night, making sure that everyone got finish times, and they've been working tirelessly all morning calculating results. So, on that, what has been happening this morning? We're going to go a little walk down the pontoon and have a look at some of the boats here. Over to my left here, we've got the lovely Bojangles, which came in the early hours of the morning. As you can see, lots of boats have got sails on deck, crew working around, trying to get everything prepared for the way back. The boats would have been up first thing this morning. They've had their celebrations from getting in, and then they had to make sure all of their boats are ready for their inspection for scrutineering. So you can probably see lots of hustle and bustle first thing this morning. And all the boats have got lots of sails and stuff on deck. They would have had to present their life rafts, their life jackets, all their safety equipment, shown that their toilet is working, and all of these checks. So everyone would have been up first thing this morning, checking over everything. And you can see lots of boats have still got their jibs on the foredeck, and their spinnakers drying, ready to make that passage back home. Yeah, as the evening went on, all these boats have made their way in from the race. And it's so great to see all the colours flying up of all the previous races they've done. Yeah, one of the J boats here, J99. This is Raging Bull, I'm pretty sure, who we were following. So you can really appreciate, if we come around here so you can see more of the side decks. This is a J99. So it's roughly 9-10 metres long. It's got this big open cockpit, nice wide area for lots of room to do those manoeuvres, to get different sails up and down. And as you can see, it's very pointy. Got really high spec sails on, and they had a really good sail getting over here, and just got picked at that last minute as Devil's Advocate came in for the win. We'll keep walking down. There's been some interesting chatter about lots of different things. So alongside scrutineering, we also have a process for protests. So we have these exclusion areas on the race course we can't go in, where the wind farms are, and that traffic separation scheme, which is where those big ships need to funnel through to make their way up and down the channel, a bit like on a dual carriageway. And all of these boats have had to stick to those rules. And if there was any boat-on-boat protests, so someone thinks they have rights and they don't, and they'll argue about it, that'll be posted into the race office. And then the race office will review it, and there'll either be a penalty or not. As far as I'm aware, there's not been any penalties, which is really good to hear, so everyone's raced really well. Trickster, currently I think doing very well in IRC2. Flawless J, IRC1 boat. Got an 88 here. We've got our Commodore's boat, the lovely Upstart here. Good friends with that crew, so I had a really nice time last night having some beers with them. They had a nice crossing. Quite challenging though. I know they picked some weed up on their rudder and had other things to work through. Coming down, Little Blue is an SYC boat. And we've got the lovely Jongler, Rich Cooper's boat. I know they had a really fun crossing over. And no doubt we shall see something very entertaining from them this evening at the talent show. Silver Fox, boat from Brighton Marina, sailed really well. Coming down, some more classic shaped boats here. Yeah, it's a real beautiful part about this race, that all of the boats are really different. Everything from the little frenetic here, and then up to big Sigma 33s. I think this is Shadowfax. I'm not sure, but the same boat as Trickster. Kevin, hello. How's things?
Fine, thank you.
How was your sail over?
Yeah, it's good actually. I had a
Yeah?
good time. Yeah.
Brilliant. You came over in Phonetic, yeah?
Yeah.
You've now been dumped upon camera.
Yeah,
We were walking down.
I'm Phonetic. I had a great sail over.
Yeah.
I was very keen to get here in the daylight, so I kept my speed up to above 4.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
What time did you get in?
I got in at 8. I mean, I was still beaten by Devil. They were in like really early Wednesday.
Brilliant.
8 o'clock. So I was still daylight. I was very pleased.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Awesome. And you're excited for some celebrations this evening?
Yeah. So I've got my supplies. And, yeah. And so tomorrow it's Dieppe for me. I'm going to Dieppe.
Okay, so you're going to head down to Dieppe and then head back?
No, and then I'm going up to Bologna.
Oh, amazing.
See how far I get.
Nice, but a great race.
Yeah, so the Royal Escape is a stepping stone for me to go
on some summer cruising.
Yeah,
brilliant.
Cruising. But this is definitely the best sail so far.
Awesome.
Obviously.
Amazing. Catch up with you later. And here we go. Another boat we followed throughout the race. This is the lovely Isabel, which is a gaff rigger, and you can see just how much work it must have been coming across the channel here. You can see proper traditional classic sheets on the boat, and you can see these big heavy yards that support the sail at the top of the mast. I think it's absolutely incredible, you know, the seamanship and skill it must have taken for Aidan and his team to make this boat work as they work across the channel, and to get finish time, and to keep a really amazing, beautiful, classic part of sailing alive as they've done. And you can see just how much the boat there is over here to work with. You know, we've got jibs up flying already, ready to be deployed, and stuff on the deck as well. Just getting this boat to go around the wind, it's a big job, and they've made an amazing job of it getting over here. And most importantly, and the boat we must talk about, the lovely Devil's Advocate SYC. So at the moment, this is the boat we followed, which was alongside Raging Bull, and just pipped them at the last minute and picked up some land breeze. And at the moment, it's standing overall first, so we shall see when we get to the prize giving later on. But yeah, there was a big party on here yesterday evening, and it was very good fun. Again, same scrutineering process as everyone else. If anything, they're going to get a bit more attention because they've performed well, which is a great thing to see. And yes, as far as I'm aware, scrutineering has all been good. And we'll move back down this way. Again, more and more boats, all different. I mean, this is the beautiful thing about the Royal Escape. It's not like these big fancy Rorke events where it's dominated by these really sharp boats. It is this Corinthian atmosphere of people that have sailed with their families their whole lives and now come and do this brilliant race. And other local boats, it's not just us here. There's other cruising boats that have made these different journeys across from different places. And that brings us to the lovely Guillemot, who's down here, and you can see what we were talking about how they have this fixed sprit at the front of the boat to try and get a bit more length to fix their sails to, and just this little tiny engine at the back. And it's a really long way in a little boat, and as I said, yeah, finished in the early hours of the morning, got a finish time, and has a finish position, which is just brilliant. We'll keep working down, and we're coming to the end of the pontoon now. I think we had 31 boats that entered and started the race. And they've all made it over, which is absolutely brilliant. This is a very sharp and pointy boat, and I like the look of it. Stalia, yeah. Enough said, really. It's been an amazing race day, and this next day, everyone has worked really hard to make sure that scrutineering has gone through well, all the protests are being processed, and the finish time is being calculated. Everyone will be meeting up in the clubhouse here at SRF. For the prize giving, where there will be all kinds of celebrations about the winning boats, and then there shall be music and further frivolity. Yeah, probably will stop in again at prize giving to talk about the winning boats, and maybe have a conversation with the boats that have done well in their classes. So stay tuned for that. Again, if anyone wants to know anything about the race, what's going on, where are the supporters, there is a really good community of supporters that come over every year. Which the lovely camera girl Izzy and me and Tom at the top of the ramp have all been mixing along with and had a really nice time. There's been wine tastings at the club, different lunch spots, and all kinds of chats and conversations about the race and, yeah, who's going to do well and what's happening and the boat they're following. But yes, thanks so much for coming along with us. I will touch back in after prize giving And I hope everyone's had a brilliant wood escape so far. Thanks very much, everyone.